Why doesn't timeout work with my child? A heartfelt journey of discovery. Hello everyone. Today I want to share a very real, very personal story that I believe many parents can relate to. It's about timeout, that secret weapon we're told is so helpful for guiding our kids' behavior. But why is it that with my child, it just doesn't seem to work? I've been confused, frustrated even, but then I realized timeout isn't a one-size-fits-all magic key. It only works when I truly understand my child, understand myself, and use it the right way. Let's dive into the reasons why, with all the honesty and emotion from a parent's heart. First, let me quickly sum up the core lessons I've learned. Timeout isn't a universal fix for every kid or every situation. Sometimes it flops, and I need to figure out why to tweak it. More importantly, I've come to see that for my child to grow well, I need to build a strong, close bond with them, through chats, playtime, or just sitting down for dinner together. Now, let's dig deeper into each part, so you can see the journey I've been on. Timeout that's just empty words is like crying wolf. Hey, have you ever felt like the boy who cried wolf from that old tale? I sure have. I used to warn my kid, if you don't stop, you're getting a timeout. But then I wouldn't follow through, it was just talk. Guess what? My little one caught on fast. They knew I wasn't serious. Next time, they didn't just ignore me, they pushed back even harder. I learned the hard way that if I say it, I've got to do it. When my child acts up, I need to be firm, one warning. Then gently but surely take them to the timeout spot. It's not just about timeout. Consistency in any discipline approach is something I've wrestled with and committed to improving. Timeout isn't chat time. Have any of you ever done this? Put your kid in timeout and then stood there, going on and on about what they did wrong. I've been there, and then I wondered, how can they calm down when I'm talking nonstop? Truth is, timeout is meant to be a quiet pause for them to think. Not a moment for me to vent or lecture endlessly. I've learned to hush up during it, giving both of us a chance to cool off. Then, when timeout's over, I sit down and calmly talk with them about what happened and how they can do better next time. Those moments? They've brought us closer, I can feel it. Timeout that makes them feel unsafe won't work. There was this one time my kid was screaming and fussing during timeout, and it hit me hard. I panicked, thinking, why are they reacting like this? Then it clicked, maybe they felt scared, unsteady. So now, I softly tell them, this is just a quiet time to settle down and think about what happened. I love you so much. And we'll talk after. For little ones, I'll sit nearby, but I don't chat or engage. I want them to know timeout isn't punishment, it's a way for us to find peace together. Timeout that's too long wears us both out. Believe it or not, I once made my 5-year-old sit in timeout for 15 minutes. We were both exhausted. Later, I found out timeout doesn't need to drag on, it's about quality, not length. A simple rule, 1 minute per year of age 5 years. 5 minutes. What I want isn't for them to sit there forever, but to genuinely calm down, reflect on what they did, and think about doing better. Once, they were mad during timeout, and I realized that anger wasn't teaching them anything. So I wait patiently for them to settle. And it's amazing how just a few minutes can get them ready to listen. Timeout isn't playtime. I made a big mistake once. I put my kid in timeout in their room, where they had toys, a phone, even the TV. They loved it, sat there playing away. That's when I knew I'd messed up. Timeout has to be a quiet space. No distractions, just a safe little corner. No toys, no screens. That's it. I want them to focus on themselves, on what they need to think about, not get lost in something else. Timeout with anger ruins everything. Oh, you guys, there was a time I was so mad I yelled at my kid while putting them in timeout. But then I saw it. They didn't get it, they just looked scared. Like I was rejecting them. It broke my heart. Since then, I've told myself to stay calm. I say, I love you, but you need time out because what you did wasn't okay. It's not a punishment, it's a chance to think about better choices next time. My calm rubs off on them. And those timeouts after? So much smoother. Love and patience. They're the real game changers. Overusing timeout makes it lose its magic. There was a stretch where I was using timeout every single day. I was worn out. And my kid was over it. I thought, why isn't this working? Then I stepped back and realized I hadn't dug into why they were acting out. Now, I watch closer. Try to stop the behavior before it starts. Or switch things up, like taking away a favorite activity for a bit. I've learned that understanding what's driving their actions and meeting their needs can cut down on timeout drama. Every kid's different, and I've got to adapt to walk this path with them. Timeout without a follow-up talk is a waste. Ever think your kid just gets it after timeout? I did, and I was wrong. I used to let them sit, get up, and move on, but nothing changed. Then I saw the light. The real magic happens after. Sitting down with them, asking about what went down, why there was a consequence, and what they could do differently next time. That's what matters. Those talks don't just help them understand, they bring us closer. I want them to know I'm always here, loving them, guiding them, no matter what. In the end, I want to tell you all that timeout is just a tool, not the whole answer. What makes me happiest is building that strong bond with my child, through playing together, eating together, watching movies, or going on little adventures. Every day, I'm learning to listen to them more. And I believe that with love and patience, we can get through any parenting challenge. You too, okay? Let's keep going together.